Yo, traveling on back with another video. I've got a crazy busy week, but I wanted to not neglect my traveling on audience, and I wanted to get out this video. Today I'm doing this whole video in 8K 50 frames per second, manual white balance at 5500 Kelvin. I'm doing a 1/200, 1/18000 shutter speed. And then I'm doing -2 texture, -1 noise reduction. And I'm doing 100 to 800 auto ISO. And I've got the DJI Mic 2 hooked up to it, doing low cut filter on and noise canceling on. So that's the settings. I think during the daytime, the 50 FPS will not be too bad because I do live in South Korea, and if you do 50 FPS indoors, the lights are going to be flashing like crazy. But yeah, let's do this, and hopefully the 50 frames per second, maybe we'll get a little bit smoother video. If you look right in front of me, what I see is a beautiful mountain. I've actually climbed that mountain before. It was a little bit harrowing because I did it back in the winter time. But anyway, come along with me as we check out the 8K 50 FPS and panoramic 360 immersive video. Let's do it. All right, I am getting my hot Americano for 1500 Korean won. Yo, so gotta make sure I get my coffee. And this is my local shop closest to my house. It's only 1500 won, which is like $1.07. So not too bad, quite affordable. All right, got the coffee. Excited to drink some coffee. Not excited to work out today, but excited to drink the coffee. And I didn't have a chance to ask you all, how are you doing? If you've clicked on this video, you're probably very interested in 360 cameras. And of course, the Osmo 360 is quite a popular camera right now, competing with the X5 and the upcoming possible GoPro Max 2. But I really do like the integration with DJI and being able to use the Mic 2 and using the same batteries from the Action 5. I totally forgot that the DJI Mic 3 is coming out soon, as well as the DJI Action 6. So that's pretty exciting. Usually at this time, I'm looking forward just to the Action 6, but now I'm sitting here on the Osmo 360. But I think, especially in a situation like this where you're not moving and walking around, something like this is really nice. Maybe the Osmo 360 will get out ND filters like the X5 for that 180-degree rule, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I think more than anything, you want to have decent quality video, good audio, and good storytelling. So you might all recognize this if you've seen my last couple of videos. I usually walk this route at nighttime, but today it's during the afternoon, and just have the 360 at about a 45-degree angle, and of course it's 360 immersive video. But I'm hoping that everything with the 50 frames per second, that it might be a little bit smoother, you know, not so like jerky on the 30 frames. I really wish though that they were able to push the chipset to 60 frames per second, because I did hear that the GoPro Max is going to enable you to record in 60 FPS. It's a big win for GoPro if they're able to do that. But you know, I'm pretty happy with the DJI Action series and the Osmo 360, obviously. With the mics, I'm not too upset about it. Anyways, yeah, hopefully this gives myself an idea, and you, of what this can do. Now, I was using the DJI Studio app earlier, and I didn't see that I could do an export on 8K, but it looks like maybe I can. So I didn't realize that YouTube, if you have the necessary hardware and you have a fast enough connection, etc., that you're able to upload in 8K. So we're gonna see if I can do that today. I'm gonna actually, because my last Immersive 360 video I sent out, I did record in 8K 30, but I'm not sure if I was able to export it in 8K. I think it was only 4K, but although when I go back to that video, it does do a drop down where you can select 8K. So I'm a little confused. So I'm gonna double check that today. A couple of people asked how I was able to create this immersive video, so I can't make promises on this video, but I'll see if I can, I don't know. I might have to do a separate video for it, but at least walk you through how I export this and upload it to YouTube so that it is a immersive video. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, this isn't going to be too much of an edited video, obviously. I just wanted to kind of see how the 50 FPS does. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'm going to come over here to Holly's, and if you can see the lights here, you'll probably see it flicker. But I very much doubt that DJI is going to be able to do a firmware update to make it a 60 FPS compatibility. I don't know enough about that type of stuff, but yeah. It is a balmy 31 degrees Celsius. That's like 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is around 75% here in Seoul, South Korea. So it's a bit hot. Let me stop here for a second. Okay, so I just stopped at one of these little rest stops here on the sidewalk. What's really cool is they actually have USB-C charging ports here, so you can kind of charge your device while you're walking along the way. Anyways, yeah, what else? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Insta360 drone is something that is out there right now. I guess it's basically like a 360 X5 on a drone. So supposedly that's gonna be pushing the innovation forward. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes with that drone. And especially being below like the 250, whatever weight that is, that threshold, that's pretty impressive. I have yet to get a drone. I don't know, I just feel like it's such a hassle to travel with, but it can definitely improve your vlogging game by kind of setting that, what do they call, establishing shot? Yeah. If you see all these, I don't know what do they call them, parasols or umbrellas. Actually, I have one right here too. We here in South Korea do like to use umbrellas to keep us from too much exposure to the sun. I actually, unfortunately, saw a video where people were saying Koreans are racist because they use umbrellas to not get dark, and supposedly I guess it's some shade against people of color, which is hilarious because we are people of color and we don't use umbrellas to try to be racist. We just use umbrellas because we're trying to prevent ourselves from getting skin cancer, and I don't know. I mean, maybe some people do. I guess I can't speak for everyone, but if you see me using an umbrella in the summertime, it is not because I'm racist. Yeah, I kind of made a mistake when I lived in California for 8 years. I didn't wear sunblock, and I definitely regret it now. I would probably have like 70% less wrinkles on my face if I would have just worn sunblock. But I guess you live, learn, and deal with the consequences. So I'm doing the, what do you call it? First, the first person view. It's like you're playing not first person. I've got like the third person, what is it, like Fortnite, PUBG version. The selfie stick probably isn't long enough, but how does this look? I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Back to the normal perspective here. I kind of injured my right shoulder. Actually, it was a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't from working out. I think I just slept on it weird. And I should have listened to my wife and went to the doctor. But now I've aggravated it since. And especially doing lateral raises, I definitely aggravated it there. I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm young. Oh, I forget that I'm not young. And my body is sadly breaking down. You know, like they say in sports, you can't beat Father Time. So, I don't know. Honestly, it's kind of depressing. I mean, sorry, I don't mean to minimize people who actually go through depression, which I have in the past, but it's not depressing, but it is just a sad reality, I guess, of getting old. But I gotta be really careful today with my shoulder. Fortunately, I think I can get the main compound exercises without hurting it, bench and squat and deadlift, but some of those ancillary exercises, I might have to curb my enthusiasm a bit. So how do you all stay healthy? Some people bike, swim. That's probably actually, as I get older, that's probably a far safer way to keep my cardiovascular is to swim or bike. But strength training still is, as people realize, it's still very important, especially as you get older. So definitely have to be consistent in that. But I actually used to run a lot, not a lot, but I've been a little bit lazy this summer. I started running at the beginning, but then I got lazy. All right, well, I think I might end this video. I didn't want to make it too long, but definitely was excited to throw out an 8K 50 FPS timeline and see how this looks. So we'll see if it works. Okay, y'all. Well, it's really hot. Hopefully there hasn't been any fogging up of the lens. I guess some people have noticed that the Osmo 360 fogs up, but hopefully that's not an issue. I haven't noticed it, but it is, like I said, pretty hot outside. I'm gonna say bid farewell, but yeah, just subscribe, hit that like button, continue to support the channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. God bless. Peace.